Red Bull have been one of the biggest and most successful teams in the modern era of Formula One, with 4 drivers and constructors titles to their name. Today I'm going to be talking about Christian Horner, their team principal, and how he unconventionally got to the position he's in today. But before we begin, please make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel for more content in the build up to the new season.
It's a shame you're too old to have driven here, really.
I am too old to have driven here, but shame you wasn't fast enough to get to Formula One.
Some of you may know that Christian was a racing driver before becoming team principal. He had a successful karting career and even raced with Max Verstappen's mum. He moved up the single-seater ladder in the early 90s, racing in British Formula Renault and British F3. He wasn't a bad driver. He was able to compete for race wins, but he didn't stand out against the competition, which included future F1 talents such as Pedro de la Rosa and Jan Magnussen. It was in 1997 when he entered Formula 3000 when everything really changed. He started his own team called Arden, which is now a familiar name in Formula 2 for himself to compete for. This led to his first encounter with Helmut Marko, who sold him a trailer for his cars. Christian quickly realised he wasn't going to make it to the pinnacle of motorsport as a driver, and instead decided to become full-time team principal at his Arden team in 1999. For sure this was a risky move, with no previous experience or qualifications to be a full-time manager, but he stuck to his guts and it eventually paid off. He was team principal for 6 seasons in Formula 3000, and they won the constructors' title in 3 of them, from 2002 to 2004. 2004 was really the key year for how things unfolded afterwards. Arden were chasing a young driver called Antonio Liuzzi, who was part of the Red Bull driver program now run by Helmut Marko. They eventually agreed a deal to have Liuzzi in the car, and Arden dominated the championship. This success put Christian on Red Bull's radar, who by the end of 2004 were negotiating with Jaguar to take over their F1 team. Horner was also looking to enter F1 himself, but initially with his own Arden team. He held discussions with Eddie Jordan about taking over the Jordan team, but it didn't materialise. At the same time, Christian kept in touch with Helmut, and as the Red Bull Jaguar deal was getting closer, Christian was introduced to Dietrich Mateschitz, the co-founder of Red Bull. Having followed Christian's success as team boss for a while and needing a team principal for their new team, Red Bull hired Christian Horner to be their team principal on a 2-year deal starting in 2005. They had a solid debut season, scoring 34 points compared to the 10 scored by Jaguar the year before. Although they scored less points in 2006, Red Bull still managed their first podium at the Monaco Grand Prix, where Christian Horner famously jumped into the pool in nothing but a Superman cape as a result of losing a bet with Martin Brundle. At this time, Red Bull was seen as the fun, youthful team, and nobody really could have imagined what would follow in the coming years. The addition of Adrian Newey was key to the success which they had, and Christian Horner undoubtedly played a key role in bringing him into the team. The new rules in 2009 was when it really started to kick off for them, and in 2010, Christian Horner became the youngest ever team principal to win the Constructors' Championship at just 36 years old. His career at the top of motorsport can be put down to him staying realistic, knowing that he wouldn't make the cut early on, where most drivers would never have been able to admit that. As a result, he forged partnerships and built himself a network that has helped him to get to where he is today. For me, he definitely ranks amongst the best team principals in history. He does get a lot of criticism from the media for some of the things he says, but at the end of the day, he's just doing his job by defending his team. Yeah, Red Bull have been accused of favouritism towards certain drivers, but I feel that's a tad overblown and something that should be more directed at Helmut. Horner was always the one to promote fair and equal racing between his drivers, as we saw with Daniel and Max for instance. He's definitely not the best of all time for me, and going forward he's now behind Toto Wolff in terms of titles won, who's a similar age to him, but given Red Bull have a generational talent in their ranks, I wouldn't be surprised if he ends up adding a few more titles to his name. Thank you everyone for watching this video, I hope you enjoyed it. Make sure to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and stay tuned for more videos in the build up to the new F1 season.